YouTube. This is Corey with Bemani Lounge, and who do I have here with me today?
Theodore Mahan.
All right, and this man won an online tournament recently with not mainstream deck. What did you play?
Buster Blader Invoked, or Invoked Buster Blader.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet list. Let's start with the monsters. You played two of like the guy that's name is Buster Blader and one original. Why did you play the original instead of just three of the
I wanted to have one Buster Blader that had just the name Buster Blader, so I can send him to graveyard, and also if I drew him, it wouldn't be like a terrible draw because of the link. But it's not. I mean, you always can run any ratio of the Buster Bladers. It's not crazy.
All right. So let's see. You got Apprentice. That's sort of obvious because you're playing Souls.
Yes.
Alistair, you're playing Invoked. Those don't really need much explanation.
Yeah.
See, you got hand traps. You got 3 Ash and 2 Valor. Why did you select those as your hand traps over other alternatives?
I usually would go, if I was going for hand traps, I usually would go for impermanence. But I needed monsters only because of the invoke cards. One is light and one is fire, and that just helps me out to get into the invoke engine. That way I didn't have to trust on my opponent.
That makes sense. So you got 3 of the Buster Blader tuner that searches and one of the one that everyone hates.
And it's not its fault, but it's Union Carrier is crazy, but I run 3 of the baby, the one that searches a card, because you need that search, and it's a good normal summon if you don't draw Alistair. So yeah, that's the one sword is only just in case, so I can lock my opponent out.
Yeah. Did you ever find it? Did it ever conflict with like having Alistair and like that normal summon both in your hand where you had to choose the other?
That is the worst hands. It's usually like a great hand where you're like, oh man, I got Alistair and the other card, and it's like, all right, now I gotta choose which one I want to do. And usually I choose by, like, if I draw a lot of my trap cards, then I'll do the Buster way. And if I don't, then I just go the Mechaba way, and just start off with that.
Oh, so there's no simply one's better. It all depends on the remainder of your hand.
Yes. I try to do it with just by what's in my hand, because sometimes it's like or what I'm playing. So if I know I'm playing something where I need that card, so I'll go with that first.
That makes perfect sense. So we already addressed the souls. So on spells, we have 2 Invocation for Alistair, obviously. Meltdown for Alistair. You chose to play 2 Cosmic in your main. What was that? Just so you for a Eldic medical, or?
It was just for a lot of reasons, because there's just so many cards that I can't stop in this deck sometimes, and like if I am going because sometimes I lose a die roll, and like this deck can go first or second, which is not like a problem, and if I don't draw the right stuff and they have like a Mystic Mine or something, I always like to have something in the main that I can out it with. Yeah,
having out the Mystic Mine is definitely good to have. Next we got traps. You have a Destruction Sword. What's this one? Destruction.
Oh yeah, this Flash. Yeah, it's the one that banishes all the cards on your opponent controls. If you control the fusion summon, the fusion monster Buster Blader. I'm not gonna lie, I would take it out. I'm probably gonna take it out for the next list.
Okay. Does it have a graveyard effect or just that on field? Because I know a lot of boards do have one on each field and graveyard effects.
Yeah, the graveyard effect for this one is you can banish it from graveyard. If a Buster Blader monster is targeted, you can remove it and negate the effect and destroy the card. So it's pretty good. It's it's just not good having, like, if you draw it first turn sometimes, it's not the card you want to see.
That makes sense. So moving on, you have 3 of the destruction sword that sends a sword inflator to grave to summon Buster Dragon. You have 2 of the one that you can remove it from graveyard for like a miracle fusion.
Yes. These are possibly the best cards in the deck. I can't even talk any kind of bad about the cards. They're just they're great. There's so many times where I'll draw an extra baby Dragon Buster, and I'm like, okay, if I already have memories in hand, I can just dump it with this card and then use the graveyard effect right after, which is like, it's amazing. It's crazy they don't have once per turns on them.
It's really insane. And like the one that summons Buster Dragon, like can make all your guys undestructible for a turn. That's pretty insane.
It's great.
Next we have Trap Trick and Dynamiscus. Obviously, Trap Trick is another way to search up your
any of the engine cards. Yeah,
basically all of them. Or Dynamiscus if you want. And Dynamiscus is just good. It's just good overall removal.
I'm not gonna lie, the MVP of the tournament for me was Dynamiscus. I was stuck against Sky Striker, and I was sitting looking at Mystic Mine. I had used all my Cosmic Cyclones, and Dynamiscus came in clutch. Best card for me that day.
All right, so finally with the main, you have 3 evenly matches. I'm guessing this signals that you're choosing to go second, game 1.
No, actually not. It was just a call just in case. I figured that I wasn't gonna win every die roll, and that I wanted to at least have some kind of way to stop them. Cause like I always could bait out things with the, just the meltdowns, the Alistair, the Magician Souls. So I figured I had ways to baiting things out. So I just wanted to have something that I could stop back row decks and combo decks at the same time.
Gotcha. So like when you do have to go second, it's like sort of like how you catch up on board state.
Exactly.
All right, next we'll move to extra deck.
Okay.
Got 2 Macabas. That's sort of not much to say there. Purgatory.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to address. Why don't you not play like a 3rd Macaba or a 2nd Purgatory, or possibly like or any of the other, like the Dark Fusion is the one that is another one that comes to mind.
I was thinking it the whole time. I wanted to run them, and that's the thing. Like, it hurt. I really wanted to run them, and there was so many times where it came up. It's just that I needed Nightmare Phoenix and Unicorn, the other links I had, and it was just so hard to put anything else in there.
So it's just sort of space issues.
Super tight.
Right. So you got 2 of the Buster Blader Fusion and 2 of the Synchro. Did you ever feel like that you didn't need 2 of each?
I definitely needed 2 of the Fusion, because that came up actually in the tournament. But the Buster Dragon, I could see myself needing only 1. I just have to test it out more to see if I only need 1 more, or does it like get removed by any chance. But other than that, it was like this ratio was kind of perfect. But I mean, that Buster Dragon, that's the only one I could see myself removing 1 of them.
Was Hot Red a card that you made often? I know like it should be really easy and practice to make, but sometimes I've seen it's sort of awkward to actually make.
It comes up and it doesn't at the same time. It's sometimes you're sitting there with a Buster Dragon that you know is gonna get destroyed that turn, and you have no other way of getting rid of you kind of want to get value out of it. And sometimes you do draw that extra baby buster. So it's good to have it. And I just figured I wanted to have one synchro that I can go into after I had a Buster Dragon on the field.
Makes sense. Really good card too.
Super strong, super strong.
Alright, so we have All Mirage, Link Karibo, Secure Garna. This is there for to turn your normal summons into different things.
Correct.
We got Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn. They've been staples since they came out. I believe that is the Buster Dragon Link 2 next to Phoenix.
Yes. The Buster Dragon Link 2 is actually possibly the best card, like the best support that it got. Like when you think about it, it doesn't seem that good on paper, but like when you play the deck and you see when you're Link summoning, and then all of a sudden you get to send that Destruction Sword, aka the Sword Memories, which is perfect. Sometimes you draw a hand where you don't have a way to get Sword Memories to grave, so like that's the easiest way. And a lot of times I seen myself licking off Alistair and Magician Soul just to do that, to summon it, and then boom, I'm right into my regular combo. And also you can special summon a Buster Dragon, so a lot of times you do brick and you draw that Buster Dragon or the Swordsman to your hand, and that's a great way to get it out your hand.
Yeah, for sure. And finally we got the BLS Link.
I have to say that's the MVP of the extra deck. It won my what was the matchup? The Sky Striker matchup straight up. I had it where it couldn't be targeted and it couldn't be destroyed by card effects, and he had no way of outing it. So I just outright won the game because of it.
Yeah, the card's good against so many of the decks being played right now.
Exactly.
So let's move on to the side deck. We got Free Nibiru. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, you need it.
Phantasme and 2 impermanents as other hand traps. Why did you choose to play 2 of each of those, and why those cards? As the over hand traps you could have possibly sided.
The main reason I went to play Phantasme is just in case I had to play one of those decks. What it would be like the Synchron decks where they go into Jet Synchron. I just wanted to make sure I had something where I could actually, get a free summon and then also do the draw effect, which is always good because sometimes you have brick cards in your hand and you want to switch. And impermanence again for those combo decks that I just figured I wanted to be ready to go second and have an out. Like I just wanted to make sure I had it out.
I'm sure Phantasme was nice when you were playing against Sky Striker as well.
Oh, definitely. It's another card that shuts everything down.
Yeah. So for more going second options, you have Lightning Storms, the third Cosmic, and a Pankratops.
Yes. The Pankratops I think Pankratops was the only card that I didn't put in, surprisingly. But the Lightning Storm was great. It won the Eldritch matchup. I was able to bait out the Lightning Storm and then go right into Evenly, which is like the best case scenario. And Cosmic, I just wanted to have another out again, I played nothing but back row deck, so I'm happy I had those cards in there to out those.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then rounding out your side deck is 3 Judgments. I assume
Judgment, that was just for going first.
I assume that like you basically swap the Evenlies for the Judgments when you're for sure going first.
Definitely, exactly. I just want to make sure, like when I know I'm going first, I can put those in and have no problems at all. That just stops everything.
Yeah, you don't really want to draw evenly when you're going first, but Judgments definitely is definitely the spice.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Thanks for the profile. Do you have any shout outs? Or anything you would change besides the stuff that you've mentioned already?
Definitely, I'd probably take out Pankratops. I'm not sure what I would put in for it. Maybe a third Impermanence or a third Phantasme. Other than that, yeah, maybe the Buster Dragon again, and definitely the Destruction Flash. But other than that, I mean, everything else looks fine. I guess shout out to my boy in the Bemani Lounge. His name is Rated Fresh. He's my training partner. We play like almost every day. And you know that he gets me ready for all the matchups. So it's great.
Awesome. All right, man. Thanks for the video. And this is Bemani Lounge signing out.